I'll tell you what, though, Jonathan.
Yes.
Oh, dearie me.
Mm-hmm.
I got another text message from Trent Reznor.
Another one.
Another one. You know, I'm always telling you about this. The pop star from Nine Inch Nails fame.
Sure.
Every week now, at least once a week, I'm getting a text message from him. I'm sick of it. I've got no problem with the man, but this past Saturday, right? Text message, yo, carve me off a hunk of that BBQ.
Yo, he's a 50-year-old, slightly paunchy film scoring guy now who's looking back on his youth and thinking, I used to be rough and rugged and shoving microphone stands up the bum of my guitar player on stage. I don't know if you ever did that.
I look back at Trent Reznor's youth and think, God, what was I thinking?
Oh, he had some hits. He was.
No, he did. And I look back at them and think, God, what was I thinking?
Oh, come on! At the time,
I cannot listen to Pretty Hate Machine at all. At all. Like, there isn't a track on there that doesn't make me cringe now.
Really interesting. Is it because you look back on it and think, "Oh, I thought I was cool," but clearly
no, I was like, "Oh, I thought this was cool."
It is kind of. I mean, at the time, to do those kinds of beats and to be mad in that particular way with that particular haircut, it was pretty new and innovative to be that haircut.
I still like Nine Inch Nails, although I do actually prefer the later stuff as it goes.
Yeah, the later stuff is less offensive to my ears. I think is what it like. I'm really into lyrical content in music by and large, and you look at how juvenile, it hurts me to think that I used to think that was like competent songwriting.
But like I said, I mean, he's obviously changed.
Yes, he has.
But I don't know why I'm an outlet for whatever's left.
Yeah.
This is again, like, yo, carve me off a hunk, oh, dat. It's O apostrophe. At least he went as far as adding the grammar and the punctuation, bless him. Oh, dat, BBQ, obviously meaning barbecue. Yo, carve me off a hunk of that barbecue.
What does that mean?
Well, this is the thing, right?
Uh-huh.
It's passive-aggressive, but the man's clearly inviting himself to a barbecue. He likes my house.
Mm-hmm. Has he been to your house?
A man gets hungry of a weekend, wants some ribs, wants some burgers. Clearly, he's pegged me to be the guy to do that. He doesn't say, when are you next having a barbecue? No, that would be too direct for Trent Reznor. It's, carve me off a hunk of that. Presumptuous, Jonathan. Presumptuous. And here's the thing.
Yeah?
Here's the thing that really annoys me.
Mm-hmm.
This Saturday, right? I could do a barbecue, sure. I could do a barbecue. I could host a barbecue. He won't show up. He won't show up. He won't even, confirm or cancel. I'll do a barbecue. It will be a success. Everyone will be impressed. Jim, we love your burgers. They're great. Could use a little less onion next time. Fuck off. They're my burgers. I'll cook them how I want. Be fine. He won't show up. If I don't do the barbecue, I guarantee you a week later, yo, where'd that barbecue at?
He's Academy Award winning film score. He's a multimillionaire. He likes video games a little bit. He'll
did the music
I played
for
some
Quake.
Doom last night. Yep, he did the music for Quake. He likes Doom a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
He had a relationship with Tori Amos, pianist.
Yeah.
And in his off time, he sends you text messages implying
he bought the Sharon Tate house and turned it into a recording studio.
He did. He was sort of a mentor to Marilyn Manson. He has a lot of things he could be doing. He could barbecue anywhere he wants pretty much all night.
You see, there you think. There you go. We're going back to my youth again. Like, if you'd told me that as an adult I was going to appreciate Marilyn Manson on a substantive level more than Trent Reznor, I'd have called you a liar and a fraud.
But Trent made the music that resonated with the angry, not macho, but still angry American teenage male.
Yes,
that's
he did.
awesome. That's
Yes,
awesome.
and the thing is that I'm ashamed at how much I identified with it. I was like, wow, this guy really gets me. And then I thought about it. Yes, and I was like, yeah, but I didn't want to be that asshole in the first place.
Well, nobody wants to be that asshole, but you
It's like, how
turn
fucking
into him.
sad is this shit? I could have spent a whole lot of time not being angry about stuff.
You can't help it. It's hormones and brain chemistry. The teenage brain. Sadly, teenagers sometimes get annoyed with me when I tell them that they actually have different brains. At least
It's no wonder we put them all on sedatives now.
No, you're not kidding. It's sadly they're treating a normal teenage brain like they have some sort of mental disorder, but they don't. They're just teenagers. The brain doesn't fully form until you're like 24 or something like that. So more power to Trent Reznor and his making music for the unformed brain.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. Somebody's got to listen to it.
Well, I think one thing we've learned is there will be more Trent's texts next week.
Sure, we're friends. Friends get annoyed. I've been annoyed with you probably like 3 times in the years we've known each other. Maybe 3. Maybe 4. Pretty sure it was just 3.
The numbers
So
just
barely
escalate.
at all. I mean, out of all the thousands of times we've talked, seems like thousands. 3 annoyances out of that isn't too bad, I don't
No,
think.
I guess not. Well, that's okay, because I am being annoyed. Not by you, but by another friend of mine.
Yeah?
Who won't leave me the fuck alone.
Weird. What are they doing?
Right? Trent fucking Reznor.
God damn it, not again.
Texting me all the week. My computer's broken. Or has been broken the past few days. That's not stopped him texting me Tumblr links. Constant, like, he's never done that before. He just started when I shipped the computer back. So, he's taken the piss, Jonathan.
He's taking the piss? What does that mean?
Mate,
He's
having a
taking your
laugh.
piss? Like in a
Having-
jar? Oh, okay.
Having a bubbly laugh at my expense. At my tuppenny eightpence.
I thought he burglarized your toilet.
No, he did not burglarize my toilet. He's been sending me dodgy texts again. The other one, just today, apropos of nothing. When you play the Game of Thrones, you win or you die. LOL. Jonathan, it's not been on for ages.
The Game of Thrones?
Yeah, it's not been on for ages, and he hasn't read the books. He's a poser.
He just likes the show.
He likes the show. I don't even know if he's seen the show.
Oh, he's the next level of just wanting to talk about it?
I text him back. What's your favourite character? Nothing. Just sends me Game of Thrones, you win or you die, LOL, because he thinks it's so funny to just quote things. And nothing.
What did he tweet to you last week? Something about the barbecue?
Carve me off a hunk of that BBQ. Presumptuous. I'm sure there'll be another text from Trent next week. But I think, Jonathan, he's taken the piss. Jonathan.
I've never heard that expression before.
It's a British phrase to mean to
I can't believe you've never heard that before.
make fun of.
I know. I'm unlucky in that way.
Quite frankly. I tell you what, though, speaking of ignoring things,
Uh-huh.
I wish I could ignore Trent Reznor.
Oh, God.
I really wish I could ignore Trent Reznor.
What's Trent Reznor doing?
I need your help, Jonathan, for this one.
Really?
Right? Yeah, I get a text late last week. You know me, Jim. I'm always going to go for the roasted peanuts. What does that mean, Jonathan? You know me. I didn't know that about him.
It is pretty weird to announce that someone knows you. It's not as though...
I don't intimately know him.
Well, he seems to think you do. He's telling you how much you know him, which it's implied it's a lot, probably more than you thought. And
well, the thing is you know me, and then he goes into a subject and his preferences. That sounds like we're halfway through a conversation. Like I said something like, "What kind of peanuts do you prefer, Trent?" And then he said, "Well, you know me. I'm all about the roasted." That's what he actually followed it up with. He said, "You know me, Jim. I'm always going to go for roasted peanuts, or whatever it was he said. Then he followed up with a second text that just said, I'm going to go roasted. Screw it. That's what it was. He said, screw it, I'm going to go roasted.
And he used your name, too. It's a weird...
The thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's doing this on purpose, like he's trying to make me go mad. Because if it didn't address me by name, I could have thought, well, he sent the wrong text to the wrong guy. He's halfway through a conversation and he's hit me instead of, just reply to the guy. But the fact he used my name indicates he knew who he was talking to.
And he also wanted to underscore the intimacy that you're having.
Yeah, because I know him. You know me. Yeah. It's roasted
Jim.
peanuts every time. That's his... Apparently, Trent Reznor's all about the roasted peanuts. And we were talking about this. And the follow-up, the screw it, I'm gonna go roasted. And of course it was gone. G-O-N, go roasted. I'm gone go roasted. Because he's lazy with his typing.
Oh, that is the worst.
I know, his text speech.
Why can't you just use a whole word?
Do you think he was apologetic? Like, you know me, Jim. Or is it like, when some people start a sentence with, I'm really sorry, but... And that's their way of saying, I know you're not going to like this, but I like saying it, so I'm going to say it. But I just wanted to let you know I know you're not going to like it, but here we go.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, before I found out I was deathly allergic to nuts, I was a big peanut fan. Loved eating the old peanuts. And I like the dry roasted peanuts.
Well, they're pretty good.
Good fan of dry roasted. So I don't know what he's being apologetic for if he's going that route.
Maybe he's just trying to torture you.
It might be that
a remembrance of thing you can't have.
Just taunting me with his dry roasted peanuts.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Gone, go roasted.
Trent Reznor's peanut taunt. That's what it could be.
I wonder if he even ate the peanuts or he just wanted you to think he would.
I don't know. I mean, that's the problem. Is I could send him any number of texts back and I won't get anything in reply. I won't get a direct response. It was like that time when he said, I need tungsten. He texted me with, I need tungsten. I replied, what for, Trent? And he came back with, lol, joke. It wasn't, what was the joke there? As if he tricked me or something.
Yeah, tungsten, that's a sort of flame? What is a tungsten exactly?
It's like a metal, isn't it? It's like a kind of material, so. Yeah.
It's an element.
There's no...
Or an ally? Is it an ally or is it like straight up metal? I don't know.
I don't know. Either
God damn
way,
it, now I gotta look it up.
Either way, there's no reason for pop star Trent Reznor to get it.
No. What does he need tungsten for?
He surely knows a guy. He surely has a tungsten guy.
Yeah, it is an element.
Unless he's trying to make me his tungsten guy.
Chemical symbol W.
Huh.
W for wanker, if he carries this on. Unbelievable. Well, I mean, that's... I'm bringing it to Podtoid, Jonathan, because I'm just looking for your advice, because you're a psychoanalyst and a forensic profiler for the FBI sometimes. So I was just looking for your advice, but I guess we'll just... I'll write off the peanut thing for now unless he brings it up again. And I guess if he keeps this up, he probably listens to this show and is doing it for attention. So I'm going to imagine there'll be another Trent's text next week.
I
look forward to the hot new craze that everyone's talking about.
People are talking about it.
But they are.
People who like this show anyway. They're saying, "Oh wow."
A bad game just being a bad game is disappointing. A game of wasted potential is infuriating.
Right.
I am absolutely at my harshest when I see a game clearly capable of good and not achieving it. And that's bad enough. It doesn't help to receive texts halfway through from Trent Reznor, pop star, the frontman of Nine Inch Nails, and more recently How to Destroy Angels, Jonathan. Bro, that's how this one starts. Jesus Christ. Bro, do you even know how an a-hole works? Question.
Of course you do. You are alive and a mammal with a digestive tract. I mean, some people are born without them, sure, but you clearly have one. Anyone who knows you have one somewhere.
And there's no
Yes.
clue that I poo differently than anyone else, or poo wrong, or I'm doing it, doing things with it I shouldn't. I mean, it depends what the laws are in the state you're in. But for the most part, I'm doing pedestrian, by modern standards, things with it. And I'm getting texts from pop star Trent Reznor suggesting something's awry. What does it mean, Jonathan? What does that mean?
Bro, do you even know how an a-hole works?
And not even like talking about mine specifically or his, just the concept, it seems. Just, do you even know how an a-hole works? It was
Works? Functions, maybe he means. I don't know. An a-hole probably means butthole. Probably means anus and a whole anal area. But he may mean something else. He's Trent Reznor.
Yeah, I can't fathom it. I'm thinking, I mean, is he accusing me? Or has he found something revelatory about the a-hole that he wants to share?
Maybe he's been taking anatomy classes at the local community college.
Yeah, he could be doing that. He's very invested in further education. So, I don't know. But
That's so odd. Yeah, maybe he just found out how it works and is texting you like, hey, bro, do you even know how an a-hole works? Because I can tell you.
Yeah.
Like all excited about the inner workings. And
but then the inclusion of do you even know?
Oh, that's true.
It sounds accusatory.
That's true.
And all the while, it's ambiguous, and, I can send him anything back, and I'm not going to get an explanation. I'll get a text 3 weeks later that just says something like shark dip. Like I got the other fucking day. Just apropos of nothing. Shark dip. Is that dip made of shark? Dip you put shark in? Or are we going in water with it? I don't know. But
shark dip.
That is all I can expect. Just inane patter like that. And if I ask, what do you mean do I know how an a-hole works? Trent Reznor, ladies and gentlemen, your modern hero.
Did you get any texts from Trent? I'm always excited about that every week now. Speaking of singers.
I was hoping to stall long enough.
You didn't want to talk about it?
I was hoping to stall long enough to get one.
Oh, you haven't gotten one yet this week.
I haven't gotten one this week.
That's too bad.
No texts from Trent at all. Except, oh, for fuck's sake.
What's happened?
Fuck's sake, Trent.
What happened?
I used to be Trent Reznor, begins the text. Then I took an arrow to the knee.
Oh, no. A Skyrim joke?
Are you fucking kidding me, Trent? Does he think, like, it's been long enough to where he can get an irony laugh?
It hasn't been that. What's it been, a year and a half, 2 years?
I'm honestly depressed.
I never understood that joke anyway. I didn't play Skyrim enough to experience it, but I watched the videos. I watched the Let's Plays and the screen captures. And it's just a man talking with kind of bad dialogue, right? And then he's like, I used to be a warrior, but then I got an arrow to the knee, and now I'm a guardsman or something, right?
How would taking an arrow to the knee stop him from being Trent Reznor?
Yeah, it doesn't change your name. It's not like the arrow shoots you all the way over to the courthouse and the judge says, all right, I guess you're now Steve Jenkins. And,
unless your name is just asshole now. As I'm inclined to believe, Reznor.
Yeah.
I was distressed. Now I'm just angry.
What's the text again?
I used to be Trent Reznor, then I took an arrow, and then... You blew it, Trent. I don't want any more texts from you.
You didn't want him in the first place.
I didn't know.
No.
At first, you feel a little bit honoured. Oh my god, it's the man who does some music in How to Destroy Angels, the pop group. He sent me a text. And now he's just asking for fucking barbecue and sending me weird texts and just doing old memes.
Can you, in all sincerity, can you explain why that was amusing to people? Was it just like, shared experience, we're all playing this video game. You know that one part in that game? I also played that game. Ha, ha, ha.
I think, not to talk about it too much, I don't want to give Trent the oxygen of publicity for this, but, I mean, the game is obviously one of those games meant to be played for hours and hours and hours and days and days and days. Mm-hmm. And the fact you end up hearing, like, it's such a specific phrase. You think that's a phrase specific to one human being in the world. But almost every guardsman says it because dialogue is repeated quite a bit.
I didn't realize that. So every guardsman took an arrow to the knee?
Well, they all say random things. So if you play it for long enough, it gets to a point where every single guard in the world used to be an adventurer and then took a thing in the thing.
Oh, that's kind of funny then.
Yeah, I cringe even saying the full phrase. Yeah. I hate it when games make cute references to it. I remember, because in the otherwise funny Borderlands 2, I do remember some character saying something along those lines of taking a bullet to the knee, and it made me very sad and frowning. And apparently there's for the Walking Dead survival instinct, which it turns out is shit, ladies and gentlemen. There's an achievement for that, like arrow to the knee or something.
That reminds me, did you watch The Talking Dead this past Sunday, Jim? So she's like, maybe it's in my grandparents' house. I don't know where else it would be. I didn't throw it away, but I couldn't look for it when I lived in Japan for 8 years, and now I'm in Seattle. She goes to Seattle and immediately meets Michael Rooker. I'm like, really? She's like, yeah, here's the pictures. Yeah, I just see him around. He's just around all the time. Here we are having drinks. Here we are at the hotel lobby. I'm like, you're just friends with Michael Rooker now? She's like, yeah, he's a really great guy. He's really funny. It's really genuine. And she's, at least 25 years younger than him, so none of it makes any sense. But now I just realized how weird that is, because he's on The Walking Dead. And she has my number one somewhere.
That's interesting. Sorry, hold on a second.
Okay, sure.
One second.
Wonder what he's doing.
Son of a bitch.
What happened? You okay?
Just got a text from Trent Reznor. BTW moved to Mass. Also, unrelated, got copy of Walking Dead 1. Do you want? I don't know how he's doing it. I don't believe him. I think he's fucking with me.
Who knows? I don't know. He could afford it.
Oh, and there's another one. Just fucking wit. That's all it says. Just fucking
WIT.
Yeah. Son of a bitch. He's got his office bugged. He has to be. Trent.
He is a weird
Reznor,
man.
lead singer of pop group 9 Inch Nails and How to Destroy Angels. Did the music for Quake. I know what you're doing. You prick.
You called him a prick, too?
That'll teach him. What else happened this week? I'll tell you what, though. Tell you who else has been having ideas that they should be embarrassed about.
Who's that?
Oh, God. You won't believe it. You will not believe it when I tell you who's sent me a text today, Jonathan.
Who sent you a text today?
It's only ruddy, bloody Trent Reznor.
Oh, him.
Bloody... The so-called pop star from 9 Inch Nails and How to Destroy Angels. Rather than dropping fat beats in the studio, he's dropping annoying texts in my phone.
Now, he texted you last week, too, I think.
Texted me last week, too, with just resurrecting an old arrow to the knee.
Oh, that's right, the Skyrim.
Cringeworthy behaviour. Today's text, clearly he thinks he's now a fucking comedian.
Oh no, is it funny?
No, but clearly he thinks it is. Because he sent me the text, again, no other context, no reason for it. This tweet goes out to Crosby Stills-Nash. Crosby, one word. Stills-Nash, another word.
That's not a tweet.
Stills-Nash. This tweet goes out to Crosby Stills-Nash. A text. He's sending me a tweet.
Just you.
Yeah.
An individual. You are the one who got to read that.
And the thing
think
is,
about. Yeah?
he knew that I'd be thinking all this, because there was a follow-up text. You're not Twitter, #LOL. And he didn't do a hashtag with LOL. He wrote out in full words, #LOL.
So he acknowledged that.
He thought he was being ironic, I think.
Really? And it's one of those, it's even worse than a lie joke. It's just a misspelling joke.
Yeah.
Like, I said their name wrong.
Yeah, ha ha ha. I presented, rather than a group of people, I presented Crosby Stills-Nash as a person. Hello, my name's Mr. Stills-Nash. My first name's Crosby. You know what, Trent? In the 90s, you were an ironic pin-up boy. You were for the alternative. You were for the downtrodden. You were for the boys whose hearts had been broken by the girls, and the girls who liked you doing your songs.
And the girls with the back tattoos and the dyed hair and the piercings.
All the girls I liked loved Nine Inch Nails and therefore did not love me because I looked nothing like Trent Reznor nor acted like him. They wanted me to be moody and understand their pain and whatever. Yeah, I guess so.
Because apparently if that behaviour then leads to this behaviour now, you're a better man for it. Because I see a man trying to recapture those days of being edgy and dark.
He said this tweet is going out to?
Yeah, like he dedicated it to this Crosby Stills-Nash character.
Who dedicates a tweet to any... Who thinks their tweets are so important that they can have a dedication?
Well, he's got a lot of followers. I imagine a tweet from Trent Reznor would do very well for, say, a video game podcast that keeps mentioning him every week.
That's true.
I imagine if someone would want to tweet that if they were Trent Reznor, would be good for all involved. Not so much when it's just going to my phone, when I'm waiting for important texts from other people. You know, I'm a busy man. I get phone calls from iOS developers asking me to review their game, and because I'm so spineless, I say, yes, we'll review it, and then they send me an email and it gets ignored forever. And then I don't answer the phone for a few weeks. That's how I live my life. Trent, you're getting in the way of that. You're blowing it. You're blowing the spot. Come on, please.
I agree. I hope he stops.
It's just unprofessional.
I mean, I'm shaming him on Podtoid, but you think, well, do I want to give him the publicity and encourage him to keep doing it? But bear in mind, this has been going on for decades.
What? What's been going on for decades?
Tweets from him.
I didn't know. You just started telling us about them a month or so ago.
I still remember 1st of January 2003, tweeting to me, "New millennium, bro."
That is so late to alert you to a known, which is that it's no longer that millennium. It's the other one. It's the new one.
Yeah. September 12th, 2001. I did it.
What does that... Well, how... That could... So unsettling. Who knows what he did?
That's... Oh, God.
I did it.
I did it. I don't know what he's claiming he did on that particular day. Could have been the day after he did something, I don't know. But cut it out, Trent. I've tried ignoring you for years. I've tried shaming you for weeks. You're not getting the message.
Think so. I don't know. I asked the
I've got
questions,
people
though. Yeah?
making my life worse as well when my sickness, before we move on to questions.
Who is that?
You'll never guess.
Who's making your life work?
Who's making my life work? Who's making my life's work? I should hope for myself.
I want to know who's doing it.
Motherfucking Trent Reznor.
Oh, yeah. I thought you put a kibosh on his dealings and doings.
I tried.
You did. I thought you were going to succeed. I had total faith in that.
I changed phone number. He's still texting. I don't know how he's doing that. But I get a text yesterday that says, "Yo, fucker, where my money at?"
Whoa, that sounds direct and threatening.
I thought so too. Because bear in mind, it was someone else's number, actually. I'm not certain. I think it was Simon Le Bon's. Who, we do a bit of a fantasy football thing on the side, me and the Bondmeister, as we call them, Skull and Cross Bonds. But so he's clearly gone round to his house, probably gone through his contacts, and he's using his phone. Because at first I'm terrified. I'm like, well, fuck, I owe money to someone, possibly the lead singer of the greatest band on earth, until I get bored of them and start listening to ELO again. When did I borrow money? Was this on one of my legendary 80s pop group pub crawls? I don't know, Jonathan. Oh, wait, here's another text. Lol, only joking, it's chocolate money.
Did he just, steal Simon Le Bon's phone? To send these texts?
That's what I'm thinking.
On top of that, it wasn't... You did steal chocolate money?
No!
But he thinks you did. But it's okay. It's funny.
It's not like the joke is, you don't really owe me any money. Apparently he thinks the joke is that it's not real money that I owe him. And this was typified by the third follow-up text, which said, "No, but seriously, I want my fucking chocolate." So at once he's threatening me, taking it back, and then turning the take back into a new threat. And he's doing all this on a stolen 80s pop starlet's phone.
Simon Le Bon.
Simon Le Bon.
For the kids listening, they might not know. He was in, not Depeche Mode, the other one.
Duran.
Yeah, which is, they got their name from Barbarella, starring Jane Fonda.
And, Simon Le Bon's a busy man. He is the man who had a hit with Ordinary World. And
Nobody likes that song, do they?
I love that song.
It's okay.
He goes, "Any world."
You're better than him.
No one's better than Bone Thugs and Harmony.
I wonder how he looks now. I haven't seen him. The singer for New Order looks pretty different these days. Pretty much like a jowly closet elf. What do they call those again in the Harry Potter?
House elf.
House elf, that's it. He looks like a house elf now.
I don't know what Le Bon looks like now. I know what he doesn't look like.
What's that?
A man with a phone. Give it back, Trent.
But Trent thinks you took... It would be really good if they somehow made bills made out of chocolate, though I don't know if that's possible. It's probably just the coins you get on Easter and Passover.
Well, that's what I'm thinking he was referring to, was...
the little coins.
Yeah, with the gold metal foil, and you peel those off at the side. Be careful, they're sharp around those edges. Don't let them go under your fingernails, kids. And you peel them off, and you've got a delicious minted chocolate coin, which can't be used as real currency. And Reznor's a rich man. If he wants chocolate coins, he can go and buy chocolate coins. I don't know why he's trying to shake me down for them. He could do that because it was the 90s and every dream came true. Especially for Trent Reznor, whose dream in the 90s was to be a sad fuck. And he can't be that anymore because we live in ironic, conformist 2010s where he's got to be happy and muscular and bald, almost, but not quite. Anyway, long story short, Trent Reznor has, he used to send me a lot of texts, but I haven't talked about him lately because he's not sent me many. Because, and this is what happens, Trent Reznor goes dark when he's leading up to a big release. And I don't know if you know, but he's got a new album coming out. He released a song, Came Back Haunted. It's quite a good song. And I especially like it because it means he's left me the fuck alone while he does promotions and things. Until this past fucking week. Because I get a text from Trent fucking Reznor, who apparently has nothing better to do than bother me, a small-time blogger. He sent me a text. It was a picture of Haunter, the Pokemon, the ghost-type Pokemon, in between Ghastly and Gengar.
Yeah, it's cool.
And the text just said, came back haunted. I sent him a text back that just... I didn't find it funny. And this is where it's a bit on me, because I did feed into it a bit. Because I just kind of patronised him. I sent him and just said, oh, haha, like your song that come out. I did like the song. Funny joke. Left it at that. The exact same time the next day, picture of Haunter came back haunted.
Again?
He did it again. I didn't reply. And here's where it got really annoying. It took me 1 minute, 20 seconds to type my text the day before to Trent. 1 minute and 20 seconds later, after ignoring him, beep, beep, new text. Picture of Haunter, came back haunted. He timed the exact moment it should have taken me to respond based on the day before and sent it again. I sent him one back that just said, yeah, I saw it. Next day, came back haunted. I didn't bother. He didn't actually send a new one that time. I think he knew that I'd gotten the message. Day after that, came back haunted. Same fucking picture.
This is what, 6 now? 5 or 6?
This is 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we're on the 5th. And it's not even like there are. You know how each Pokemon has different drawings of them. There's normally the one famous one that everyone thinks of, and then there's like an alternate art style, a drawing off the Pokemon card, a picture of the sprite. Mm-hmm. Always the same picture of Haunter. Is it a good picture? It was. I think it's like from the original Pokemon Red and Blue, like the Gen 1 drawing of it.
Those are cool.
It's neat. I like to see a picture of Haunter once. I don't need to see it 5 times a week. Next day, came back haunted.
Wow.
Day after that, exact same time, every fucking time. Picture of Gengar, written underneath, Gengar reaches for the stars. What the fuck does that mean, Jonathan?
Gengar reaches for the stars?
How is that a punchline?
It's set. He set you up for something to happen. Then something happened that was just as mysterious as the other stuff that happened.
Well, this is where I'm upset. This is where I'm confused and conflicted. Because, again, 1 minute, 20 seconds after the Gengar one, did you get that? That's what he texted. Did you get that? I'm worried if I say no, he'll do it again. Because he's done that before. If I don't get a joke of his, he will just do it again. Exact same pitch, exact same tenor, just a total verbatim repeat. Or if I say I do get it, he'll say, what did you get about it? Or what did you like about it? Or why did you get it? That's one I've had off him before. He'll tell a joke, he'll say, did you get it? I'll say, yeah. He'll say, why did you get it? I can't answer that, but he'll want one, because he won't fucking stop. So I don't know what to tell him because I don't get it. I don't get how was it 6 days of Haunter with a very weak pun based on his new single has anything to do with Gengar reaching for the stars, which is no song in music. Sounds like no song.
I think there is a song called "Reach for the Stars."
There is a song. I've got it on Spotify.
Oh, is it good?
It's a Steps. No, not Steps. It's a S Club 7.
Oh, cool.
Reach
You love them.
for the stars. Da 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 da.
Oh yeah, you've sang that before.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think it's got anything to do with that. I don't think he knows who S Club 7 is. They were very British in sort of their influence. I think he was just... I don't know. But
Gengar's a ghost. He can't reach for stars.
yeah, he could reach for it. He wouldn't know what the fuck to do if he caught one.
And can he even touch a star? He can touch people because people and Pokemon have souls, so it's really his soul touching your soul, and that's why it's creepy, like you're getting licked by a big tongue. Sometimes he'll do a lick move. But a star, he can't touch that. He's intangible.
Yeah.
He's a ghost.
And even if he was tangible, he's only got stubby little arms.
I know. What would he even do with it?
What's the point? His arm doesn't get past his head. And his head is more or less his body.
He could reach for a Staryu.
Oh, that's much better. That would have been witty on Trent's part.
You know what? Knowing Trent, he probably thought of that one and didn't do it on purpose. Because he knew that would be clever. Sometimes I think Trent Reznor is dumb on purpose. Because he knows it annoys me. Anyway.
And it's I don't want to belabor it, but the other thing is reaching for the stars is like a metaphor for going for your dreams and doing things that other people said you can never do that, Michael Jordan, but you think you can fly. But Gengar's dead. What's his ambition? He's gonna gain some experience maybe, but that's it. He's got no star. It's actually kind of mean. It's kind of racist.
Yeah.
Sort of. Yeah, glad.
Trent Reznor, ghost racist.